Hello guys, this is Isa, and it's been a while, but I'm gonna narrate a Red, Blue, Yellow Overuse battle. It's between Raish and Krusty Kurt. I've been asked to narrate this battle by Raish, and he sent me the PO replay file so we can see his team here. I'm just gonna make a brief comment. This team lacks a Tauros, as you can see immediately. I know this team, I think. This looks like the stall team that Raish brought against me in SPL roughly a year ago. Krusty Kurt, I do not know very much about this guy. I know that he has brought a Gengar lead. So let's see what will happen in this game. Gengar versus Jinx, obviously favored for Gengar as long as you hit the mandatory hypnosis. Raish knows this, he's probably staying in either way. There's no real point in letting Jinx dodge the sleep. Well, there's point in dodging, there's just no point in switching out. So Psychic or Level Kiss both are fine options for Raish. Hypnosis is mandatory for Krusty Kurt here. I don't know how long it'll be between each round, and there's no timeout rule, as you can see here. So I'm gonna do myself a favor and skip ahead. Okay, so Hypnosis connects. Well, so usually Gengar can see quite a lot of switches. A very common one is Exeggutor, and that's what Raish has, and I believe he will go to it. Yes, he will. Krusty Kurt goes to Golem, probably predicting either a Snorlax switch or Jinx to stay in. Exeggutor throws Stun Spore. Now that's something I didn't expect. So we have Stun Spore again, Miss, and finally Connect. Raish probably has a very good reason for not using Sleep Powder that I just don't know about. He might still be Sleep Powder, but I'm not a fan of not saving the Sleep Powder. Wow. So the moves are coming very quickly here. So after the paralysis was thrown, the Chansey comes in, throws up a Reflect, and immediate explosion from the paralyzed Exeggutor. Doesn't quite kill Chansey, but leaves it at 34%. This Hyper Beam is very likely, but not guaranteed to KO. Okay, Raish doesn't risk it, so great prediction, goes for the Body Slam and gets the paralysis reward. And a full paralysis on the following turn on the Lapras. That Blizzard was gonna do about 50% if it hit. Now keep in mind that Hyper Beam still does not KO, but this is a very good position for Krusty Kurt. And he went for the Hyper Beam. And it connects with the Snorlax, and Snorlax doesn't really punish, it just throws up a Reflect. I don't know, and then Krusty Kurt goes for the Blizzard. I think switching to something like the Gengar or maybe a Snorlax of his own, or a special attacker probably, would have been a better call. Blizzard does very little damage, so yeah, and now the rest is gonna come out. But here's the Alakazam. That's a great call. So the Snorlax is forced out, Reflect comes out. I think going for Psychic was a better play. Paralysis is traded, that's fine. And here is Leech Seed. Okay, so Krusty is probably gonna have to switch out at some point, especially since it's Reflect, so he can't really chip that effectively at Exeggutor, but he decides to stay in. I think he's forced to recover here. The issue is, what does he switch to? Gengar is weak to Psychic, Golem is weak to Psychic. Well, not weak in a super effective way, but it takes 50%. Tauros takes slightly less than 50%. So yeah, I don't know. And the critical hit Psychic, it doesn't really even do a lot of damage with the Legion. And now here comes the rest. So I think this is the prime time to go to Tauros, but Krusty finds another way forward, and that is to crit 2 Psychics in a row. But this still leaves Executor at 55% and here's another rest. I really think that this is not sustainable in the long run. Krusty must switch out to his physical Tauros here. Well, due to the double special drops, he can switch out, but I do not want to see this Alakazam stay in, because this is a losing battle in the long run. Okay, we got a Chansey here, and on the Thunder Wave, 3% HP leached. So here's a good opportunity to go Golem. Tauros, that's fine as well. Softball, now we're gonna play for the paralysis here. Nope, Thunder Wave connects. Hyper Beam is obvious here, we'll see. Jinx, can I take it? Lapras, Snorlax, it's sleeping. Executor, yeah. Slowbro, yeah. Slowbro is unrevealed so far, but I think Krusty has seen this team before, because these two players are friends in real life. Snorlax come in on Body Slam, full paralysis on the wake, and the Reflect is set up once more. I don't agree with staying in. I think going Gengar is the better play. And here the replay glitches up a bit, but never mind, we're back on track. And yeah, the Gengar comes out. And Confuse Ray! Now this could turn the tides, because this Snorlax looks very difficult, but yeah, Confuse Ray, Thunderbolt. If the last is Nightshade, it's not a set I condone, but if it is Nightshade, then this Snorlax could be broken. Otherwise, well, nothing. Chansey could switch in on a Thunderbolt and take 2. Chansey could even take 2 critical hits, but I don't know. It seems like Raish wants to beat this with... Okay, he wants to wake up with... Yeah, that's fair. He wants to wake up with the Snorlax first before switching out to Chansey. That's fair. Now comes the Confusion Parahack sessions. Confuse Ray and Paralysis. And immediate Snap Out. Well, 71%, that's quite a lot. Confuse Ray, here we go again. You'll note that Chansey takes 1% in confusion damage. That's because Raish has done the good thing and lowered his attack stat to a minimum. And we get the Explosion. Wow, that's an interesting set. Confuse Ray, Thunderbolt, Explosion. And Raish says, yeah, that's fine. You can kill my Chansey all you want. Well, there is some merit to that, because Alakazam is low on PP and is walled by Executor. But here's the Stormy. That should probably make Raish feel a bit more sad about not having his Chansey around. Blizzard and Stun Spore is traded. Well, the Executor cannot stay in for too long and do this fight. Critical hit Blizzard would be terrifying. That being said, well, actually, there's no real speed advantage for Raish, because even though Golem is slow on the last Pokemon, there's just so many slow Pokemon on the Raish side of the field. Snorlax comes in on Blizzard, rests, tanks Psychic. This is sketchy. I think you want to go to Slowbro, maybe. The field looks quite neat for it. This Snorlax can't tank Psychics. A crit or a Spec Drop would mean that, yeah, it can't do its job. So I think, yeah, even though Thunder Wave hasn't been revealed, I think that you either have to sacrifice something, or you have to go into Slowbro. Okay, Jinx, that's a fair call, and you'll note that every sleep inducer on Krusty's side of the field has died. Okay, the Thunderbolt is revealed, so that means no Thunder Wave. But Thunderbolt is probably the ideal move in this case, because it can hit Slowbro and Lapras for solid damage. Let's see if Jinx wakes up here. Seems like it won't. Just one last call. Okay. I do not necessarily agree with this decision to save Jinx. And now, yeah, look at that. It's me. I had to take a sneeze. The Blizzard crit finally came, and yeah, I don't agree with Raish sending in his executor to pull lead seed. The Blizzard crit was coming one way or the other. But okay, here we see Raish's strat. It is to set up Amnesia in front of the paralyzed leech-seeded Starmie. If he can do this, the game is surely gonna be over. And Krusty calls Gigi, Raish calls GG. The Slowbro is at +6. Yeah, if this is Surf, this should just be a easy clean sweep here. This is the second team. Yeah, Psychic dead. Maybe a Golem explosion though. That would change the tides of the battle actually. So I don't know. This is not game over just yet. This Snorlax, yeah, actually they're very premature in calling GG. There's certainly a well, the Slowbro died from Golem explosion. I don't remember, and I don't think it. Oh, with a crit it does. With a crit it does. That's the way forward, yeah. So now, Lapras 52%, Snorlax 17%, Jinx 26%. This is so little. This is even though Snorlax has rest, and it is faster than both Alakazam and Tauros due to the paralysis. This is incredibly up in the air. Correct decision by both players to. Snorlax needs to heal. But he goes for the body slam. I don't agree. I don't agree. Well, no, I certainly don't agree. That should have been a rest. Trying to play for the full paralysis across multiple turns probably was the better call, because the Tauros and the Tauros with a body slam and a Psychic from Alakazam can KO Lapras, or a Hyper Beam and a Psychic for that matter. So yeah, this is it. It's all about not getting fully paralyzed here. 2 turns in a row for Krusty Kurt. I do not recommend going for recovery. The best way forward here is just to go for Psychic. Yeah, that's correct. Confuse Ray, not sure, probably trying to stall, but there it is. The confusion doesn't happen. He gets the 37.5% chance. And yeah, that's game. I've been talking really quickly because these moves came out so swiftly. But this was a very interesting game, a 70-turn game, but it felt like a lot less. Some post-game banter in the chat. But yeah, it was a good game. If I were to... I also get a moment now to take a look at Krusty's team. So we can see, if we do a bit of a team analysis here on both sides of the field, we can note that both of these teams are very non-standard. Raish lacks the ever-present Tauros, although this was a team that was made before the current mechanics were discovered. Tauros was more or less mandatory back then as well, and is even more mandatory now. So that's certainly something that sticks out to me. Meanwhile, Krusty has a team that consists of no Snorlax, no Chansey, and that's similarly interesting. There's 3 boomers on the side of Krusty to compensate for the lack of physical wall-breaking power that Snorlax offers, and the Chansey is sort of replaced by the Starmie and Alakazam duo. So I think the team is fine, it's just not standard. Yeah, I think some key moments in this game was Raish allowing his Executor to get crit. That was well, we know that from looking at damage calcs that the crit was necessary in order to get the KO, but even so, I still don't agree with that decision. And what else could I say? I think that I didn't have time to gloss over it during the setup phase, but when the Slowbro was putting up Amnesias in front of the Starmie, The proper play right there was most probably to just go to Golem at once and go for the boom and then go back into Starmie, because right now the way forward, well, maybe not, but getting a hit through paralysis while your opponent is gaining HP on you through Leech Seed, that's frustration in my book. What more could I say about this? There's probably a lot of things I could say that I haven't been able to cover. But I think that Krusty was on point with his body slam predictions that he made with his Tauros. Got rewarded with neat paralysis. And I think that if Raish had had a Tauros instead of a Slowbro, he would... I mean, it doesn't fit the stall team that he's going for, but if he had had a Tauros there, he would have cleaned it up easily due to the successful spread of chip damage and paralysis. But that is not the game we play. We play the big game of Pokemon, and in that Pokemon game we have a Slowbro. And that's about it for me. Thank you for tuning in. Until next time, thank you for watching.